Hey, it's Anya.
It's your girl, Nadia.
What's up, guys? It's Trent.
And I'm Ramesh, and we are The Community. We're covering the latest in pop culture, politics, and everything in between. Let's get started. Good day, and welcome to a special edition of The Community. Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.
Feliz Cinco de Mayo.
I know it's not our regular day. We wanted to hop on this special day because for the first time in many years, Cinco de Mayo has fallen on Taco Tuesday. So what better way to celebrate than to pour ourselves a drink? And cheers to Cinco de Mayo. So everybody,
Cheers.
How has your week been?
My week has been great, and I rounded it out with Cinco de Mayo today. So I actually was designated chef. I made turkey tacos, shrimp tacos, spinach dip, and I currently have an apple pie baking in the oven. Now, apple pie has nothing to do with Cinco de Mayo, but we had no dessert, and that's what's it gonna be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have nothing Cinco de Mayo.
Wow.
I don't even know what I'm eating for dinner. The best I got is I don't know, can I say that? Vodka lemonade.
Sure you can.
That works.
Oh, I got some Cuba Libres. Some Cuba Libres.
Yes,
You
Cuba
do?
Libre, mojito lime, the mojito ones.
Yes, and then I think one is pina colada.
That's how we celebrate Cinco de Mayo.
Yeah.
How are
we
they?
have
Do they
something.
taste good?
I think they taste good. They're not like too strong in my opinion. They're all right. They're not horrible. I can drink them because I'm not a big beer person though. But
I heard they really taste good if you like mojitos and don't mind a little bit of beer. I heard it's a good mix of the both.
yeah, it's not too strong, but it's not too berry, too mojito-y. It's enough.
Okay.
Mr. Fun, how are you been celebrating Cinco de Mayo?
I'm not too certain as to what it is. I don't think that I should be.
Because?
I don't drink, so I haven't been celebrating it, no.
Okay. That's fair. But how's everyone's week been? So I know this week for me, it's been a bit rough. I started a few certifications and it wasn't what I thought it would be. I wanted to get my mind kickstarted and getting back into the groove of essentially working. So I've undertaken 6 certifications. I've completed 2 so far, about to wrap up my 3rd one. Ambitious much, but it's been difficult, I will say. It's not as easy as I intended it to be.
Way too much certifications because I struggle with the one I did. 6, that's way too much. But I mean, good job. Keep going, of course. But no, 6 is.
Yeah, I'm still doing 2, and it's like real school. Like it's not like listen to a 45-minute video, take a 10-question quiz, and get your little online certificate. It's like assignments and like you have to think. So yeah, I'm currently still doing 2. I'm halfway through both of them. I just have to muster up the strength and energy to complete them mentally. And then outside of that, just praying quarantine definitely comes to an end on May 31st. Because my birthday is in June and I can't be inside this house in June. I'm sorry.
Well,
Right.
don't
What
get
about
your
you,
hopes
Trent?
up, but
Well, I am done with 1 certification. I'm halfway done with the other one, and I'm quarterly done with the 3rd one.
Okay.
But I've been focused on the one that I've completed all week, so I was able to finish it in just 2 weeks.
Okay.
And I actually had until October to complete it, and I finished it yesterday.
So
Nice.
do you feel that because we have been in quarantine, it's been easier to expedite the process of getting these certifications?
Absolutely. I'm able to focus on one thing, and that's the certification. No work, no school, because I'm in college as well. No gym. That's unfortunate, but it's still it still counts. Yeah.
Okay.
So I've been dedicated to my studies, and I've learned a lot. I will say the universities that I signed up with, they have really good lecturers, and they explain things thoroughly, and they try to get you to understand. It's not as easy as I thought it would be, like Nadia said, but I learned a lot thus far.
Okay, that's good. All right, so let's kick into our community of the week. So this week, here in the Bahamas, we had a bit of controversy behind our government. So what happened this week that was discovered were we allowed 6 persons to re-enter the country, even though we have some restrictions in place to have a ban on travel, essentially. And these persons would have brought some medical equipment, some of the tests for the coronavirus with them. And that's the tactic in which they use to gain access to the country. So the first claim was that, they only said that they were sending someone to deliver these items, and then midway through the flight, they gained approval to have 2 persons fly with the items. Upon further investigation, it turns out that there were 6 persons on the flight, and they were not required to do the quarantine inside of the mandated safe house, I would call it. The facility in which everybody who is re-entering the country is supposed to be quarantined for 14 days.
They have a choice. They can do it in their residence, or they can do it at the mandated place.
That only came into place following this trauma. So initially, everyone was supposed to be in this facility, and now it's being stated that, because, we allowed for certain persons to enter the country without the restrictions being held up, we can allow you to quarantine at home. So how do you feel, about our government allowing this to happen, and then essentially the fallout following it, which was the resignation of the Minister of Health?
So tell me something. Like you said, they told the government that only 2 people were coming with the
flight plan. How you lying on a flight plan?
They say only 2 people were coming, right? Did this 2 people include the pilot and then 2 other people, or the pilot and 1 other person?
So initially, I don't even think it was requested for these 2 persons to stay. It was of the understanding these persons would drop off and return. Immediately. On the way here, it's understood that we would like to stay home because we are Bahamian residents.
So for me personally, right, I think that there's so much more to the story that is actually being brought to light.
Correct.
Obviously, flight plans are given prior to the plane even taking off from its origin destination. Correct. So there's no way that there was a shock or surprise that 6 persons were on that flight. Every time we board a flight, let's use JetBlue for an example, or even Bahamas Air, the flight attendants, politically correct. The flight attendants always walk down to the seat, count does a head count. Even sometimes I've witnessed where they've actually stopped and said, "Hi, is your name Nadia? Because you're really supposed to be sitting in 15C. A John is supposed to be sitting here." Like if the flight isn't full and people want to start changing up their seats, and they have that long piece of paper that they print out from before you even get on the plane that we see the desk attendants use to check us in. Then they give it to the pilot. The pilot gives it back. The desk attendant comes onto the flight, takes the paper, ensure that the count is correct. If the count is not correct, then we're delayed a little bit more because they try to find the other persons who's supposed to be on the flight before they push back. So if they're doing all of this, how is it that same process did not happen for this private flight? Because I think that's just aviation standards.
Correct.
Aviation standards just is that you need to know who is coming, what is coming, where it's coming and when it's coming. So there's no way in hell, because right now this topic is, yes, they got the informal approval for the 2 persons to come, and when they landed, it was like, oh my goodness, it's actually 6 people. How? How did you not know that it was 6 people before they even took off? Did y'all catch them in the air? Did they parachute down and y'all let them in before y'all hit Nassau? Because I don't understand that. And from my understanding, it's only, 2,500 tasks? Not even that much?
So the thing is, a lot of persons are still asking, has anyone seen these physical tests? Because that's the next debacle. Did we actually allow these persons in and there's actually nothing to show for their arriving into the country?
I don't know how to feel about this. I mean, wow. So this all of the persons on the flight, they were all Bahamians.
No, they're supposed to be permanent residents. They're not necessary, or it didn't specify that they were Bahamians. It specified that they were permanent residents. Yes.
Yeah.
Which means that they would have had to renounce any other citizenships that they had to become permanent residents.
Yeah.
Well, obviously the story's been modified, so it's hard to really say your opinion on it when you feel like something's missing.
Yeah, you can't really comment on something where all the pieces of the puzzle are not there. Like, I don't necessarily feel as though he should have resigned, especially right now, during the middle of a crisis. I felt as though he definitely should have been punished.
They were demanding for it, and he did it.
So
yes, and then just like Bahamians, they went back under his page after they demanded it. He did it. And it was like, oh my goodness, no, we didn't.
You shouldn't have done it. I hope the PM doesn't accept it. That's my thing. Like, yes, we
are reactive.
But the thing is, we were all about stomping our feet. Oh, this man better resign. He better come on TV today and say he resigned. Because if he don't say he resigned, it'll be a problem. So the man typed up a letter because he said he was not coming on TV to talk to y'all. And he said, I'm resigned. So then it was like, oh, but he could resign, but that prime minister better not accept that resignation. And I could tell y'all, within an hour, that official acceptance of that resignation was on the internet. So
I guess like typical Bahamians, we talk so much. He have to do this. He need to do this, and then we expect that nothing is going to happen. Typically, that's how it goes. And so we talk. He need to resign. He need to whatever. But I think the shock came that he actually did, and now we can't take it back. Now the man has already done it, and the prime minister has already accepted it. So at this point now, y'all asked for it. Now it happened. You gotta accept it.
The additional issue with this whole resignation is the acronym has reached its max of pulling candidates from the Senate to replace persons within the different ministries.
Oh, that's so easy.
He
about to be the minister. Y'all didn't know that?
So here's the thing. He initially never accepted a post because he did not want to be mixed up. He wanted only to be able to focus on being the prime minister and not have to be minister of finance and you're stealing money, or minister of health, because he had issues the last time he was minister of health. So that's why he didn't want anything to do with any post. He wanted to just focus on being the prime minister. So yes, now he has no choice. He's in a predicament where he has to do it.
Yeah, he's a doctor.
Yeah,
and then I want to be clear. Yes,
what kind of doctor is he?
He's a gynecologist.
He actually delivered me. I love you, by the way. But I personally think that based on this whole situation, he's going to appoint himself as Minister of Health for the time being, for the interim, right? That's what he's probably going to do. And we could just have to accept it. Oh, I remember what I was going to say now. Sorry, I was running off train of thought. My thing is this is the Bahamas. Yes, we have emergency orders. Yes, we have this and that. But if y'all haven't realized that our government does what they want, when they want, how they want, y'all ain't serious. How many fights? How many people get kicked out of the House of Parliament? Y'all ain't think they supposed to be resigned from a long time?
Okay.
For all of the acts that they have done, for all of the corruption that has been brought to the forefront.
That's why
So
this
our
resignation
government
is so shocking. Because it's like, he really did it. Like, what? You know? So it's crazy, but it's unfortunate what happened. He broke protocol or whatever the rules were. So
Yeah.
a tap on the wrist isn't enough at this point now. So yeah.
I think he should have gotten fined. I don't think that he should have resigned. I think he should have gotten fined.
And I think I agree, and it should have been made public. But not to go to, like you said, that extent. Yes, an apology. Apologize and acknowledge that a mistake was made. The tricky thing is, so also mixed up in this controversy is Brave Davis, because a few weeks ago, he would have said on TV during the House of Parliament, oh, so all of the MPs in here need to call their friends in Lyford Key and ask them to get on their private planes and go and get some extra medical equipment. Truthfully, essentially, that's what happened. That's what happened. Somebody came in and they brought the medical equipment. So now it's like, you asked for it, we brought it, but now it's a problem.
Well, no, you can't say that, because the medical equipment coming in with people is two different things, and the medical equipment just coming in. You can't, that's not the same thing. He didn't say, call your friends and tell them come to the summer house and bring the supplies.
Typical behavior. We're not going. He say
exactly.
You expect your rich friends to bring some stuff in.
And that was
he didn't say let them come to the summer house in Albany. He didn't.
That's what it is.
That's the issue. The issue is that the Bahamian people are not happy with the fact that this is another incident where it seems as though if you have money, or if you're in a certain, it's not even about race. Some persons will say it's about race, but if you're in a certain class of society, then you're able to actually get ahead and do what you need to do and whatever you want. And I think that's what the issue is, because when you have persons that are, I'm doing my podcast.
We didn't know you was on air.
I am on air.
What air?
I'm on air, Danielle.
Say the name.
Guys, I'm done. What I was saying was, I think that the issue is the fact that if you're in a certain class, you could sort of like get away with murder, and then you have persons being fined at the curfew. Like if they break curfew to just go and get food. Granted, it doesn't matter. The fact is that you broke curfew and we're holding you to it. So I think it's that. It's like getting fined 20 grand and you have your friends just flying in to go stay in their summer house. So, and then nobody knows who these permanent residents are.
Correct. These persons have not been identified to the public.
So it's like, who are you? Where do you, like, are you all West Coast best friend? Like, who are you? Who are you? Do you work? Do you work in the Bahamas, or do you
contribute to NIB? Are you helping pay for these unemployment checks? Correct.
Right.
That's all.
Who are you? Or do you only show up at jollification in the daytime? Or do you only go to the Humane Society ball? Like, who are you?
Have deceased, okay? I am dead.
We all thinking it.
All right, so besides the big scandal with our government this week, another exciting thing took an amazing turn on Al Gore's internet. All right? So this week, we had two amazing remixes hit the airwaves. One, compared to the other, not as good as the other, but two amazing songs, to say the least. So the first one we're going to talk about is Doja Cat's Say So, and it was remixed by the self-proclaimed queen of rap, Miss Nicole Minaj. Yes, all of you Barbs, I know her name is Onika, but I call her Nicole. Okay?
Nicole sounds better.
Yeah, you know, just more suited for Nikki. So has anyone listened to the song? Say So has been climbing up the charts. It's been doing a pretty good job. So has anybody listened to the remix, and do you think that Nicki is going to help the song get to that next level?
I think it's a catchy tune. Definitely, you will never forget it. It's once it's played, it's always in your head. I think it was a good remix, but in comparison to the other remix, I think that it was, guys, my mother. It's just, I need my own studio. Like, she wants me to spell a word for her as she's texting in her old person chat. I'm
Just tell them pause.
we can't pause, we're live. As I was saying, it was a good remix. However, in comparison to the other remix that came out on the track, I would have to say that it is unfortunately in second place. And because there's only two, that would mean that they're in last.
Okay.
I don't really know much about Doja Cat. Actually, I don't know who Doja Cat is. Someone mentioned it mentioned her to me before, but I've never listened to her music, so I don't really know. I guess Nicki Minaj might help the rating, because obviously her fans will listen just because she's on the song. But to say that the song will be better than the other, I have to agree with Nadia. No way. I'm sorry.
Trent?
I think it was okay.
You listened to the full song?
I did.
And have you listened to the original?
No.
So that's why. So for me, Nicki Minaj has fallen off in terms of her style. So typically when she's on a feature, I feel like she has the same type of style as Lil Wayne, that when they're on a feature, they go hard. They literally spit fire compared to their own work. So for me, if it's a feature, I'm just expecting her to go ham. And the first verse, because she had two verses on the song, the first verse was just like, okay, oh wow, yeah, say so, oh beautiful, oh my, hand claps. But
Yikes.
her second verse was just like, oh, that's Nicki that I've been waiting on. I do feel that she has been allowing her personal life to impact her actual artistry, which has been a downfall for her. So one of the things that a lot of persons are saying in the comments about her second verse, is that she's coming after Wendy Williams because she has a line stating that, yes, I have silicone, but you have silicone in your face. And your real A couldn't keep your man. So a lot of persons feel like that's a hit at Wendy Williams, who have been making comments about her and her current husband, Mr. Petty, ironic name as it is.
Wendy Williams deserves every bit of it.
It's her brand, though. You know, it's like
that's her job in a way.
Yeah, we don't know if that's how she feels in real
that
life.
comes with the territory.
It does.
Your job.
It does.
She is that rude, though. So it's like,
okay, so she has been that way for years, but then she always seems to backpedal and invite these people back to her show to love them. So hopefully she doesn't,
not to love them necessarily. You know, I think she invites them back to sort of like clear the air and let them know that, yes, what I said was mean, but what I said was also factual. And if it's not factual, this is your opportunity here on this stage to clear it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, that's what she does. She doesn't bring them back to, like, apologize. I've never seen her, and I could be wrong, I haven't seen a show where she's actually brought somebody on and said, I want to sincerely apologize to you. Like, she's never done that. What she does is she invites them back. Like, when she went to the Kardashians' house and she met Christos, and, you know, she was like, she loves them so much. They're definitely not what people assume them to be. And she promised Chris that anything she hears about them, she will tell her that she is going to air it on, going to air it on her show. But she's letting her know that this is what I'm going to be saying. Right. And if you want to clear it up, this is your opportunity to do it. But please note that I will be talking about this tomorrow.
Okay, that's fair. So nothing much to talk about that remix. Unfortunately, it's a cute song, it's a cute remix, but its impact on social media has just not been there. Persons have already forgotten about it, and it's only been out for 3 days. It's unfortunate. Now, the song that is about to hit number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 on next week's charts, okay? The number 1 song on iTunes for the last 6 days. The song that is about to break Apple's record for being the number 1 song by a female artist. Female collab, sorry. Okay? Let's just bring it up. Okay? The Savage remix by Miss One, Megan Thee Stallion. Baricha Rain. The one and only. The queen herself. Miss Beyonce Giselle Knowles Carter.
Hello.
So this song came out of nowhere. Yes, speculation has been on the internet for months and months that Beyonce would be hopping on to the song to remix it. However, what was produced was not expected by anyone. So Wednesday morning, the song was leaked. And rather than trying to do PR to pull it back and establish a release date, they said, you know what? This banger is out. We are going to run full stream ahead, place it on all of the platforms, and y'all are going to stream and buy this thing. And let me tell you, people are streaming and buying this thing.
Listen to me. This song is so lit. Like, I am in my kitchen practicing the TikTok challenge. I am serious. Like, I am in there, and I'm like, left cheek, right cheek, drop low, and then swang. Like, I am in there.
Listen.
I love how, like, Beyonce is just all through the song. It isn't like she's you hear her in one verse and that's it.
Yeah.
Like, how are, but she's like
it's an actual collaboration.
I think Meg did a good thing by allowing her to be throughout the song, because you know what, it's Queen Bee. Take advantage of the opportunity, make as much as you can, and live off the hype of this.
Facts.
Listen, so what I love about the song is that it's a true remix / collaboration. So Meg truly went back into the studio and mixed up her verses. It's not like I was listening to Savage and then Beyonce just threw some tracks on it. It was literally them releasing a new song.
Yes.
So the fact that they had the ad-libs in the chorus, the fact that they had this back and forth on one of Meg's verses, it was just impeccable. I mean, the layering of the verses and the songs, the
harmonies.
Oh my gosh, this was the best thing that truly could have happened for that song. Like I said, this week, the original hit number 5 on Billboard's Hot 100. And next week, it is already projected that the remix is going to be number 1, with the original also being on the chart. So I think that is going to be the first time that the remix and an original of one song will be on the charts in the top 5. That is just amazing.
I think it's going to be the first time, but it is amazing.
Yeah.
And have you listened to
what are your views on the song? You know, I know we're not the three of us may be a part of the hive, and you're just, you know, out there.
Yeah, and I'm not like a general in the hive. Like I'm a worker bee. Like I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a sergeant. Like I'm there. Like,
I'm there.
If you call us, like we're coming, but I'm not like front line.
Yeah,
I got some friends who like front.
You didn't already know the memo. Somebody had to tell you.
But I there.
So Tran,
I'm like with Nadia, but here, like.
No, boo. You sound like you outside the gates.
Yeah, outside the gate waiting for you guys to come back out.
Right, but I don't come back out. I never come out. I'm inside. You just waiting for us to come and talk to you, and
I'm definitely.
I sure I will talk to you.
I'm definitely a Destiny's Child fan.
Okay.
And I do love Beyonce's music.
Okay. So what's your views on the remix?
The remix is really nice. It's a beautiful remix.
So I know you're on TikTok. You're.
I know what you're talking.
I know you're growing on TikTok, so you would have been hearing the Savage challenge
all month.
Correct. So now that there's a new twist, do you think that a lot of persons are going to be transitioning the remix onto TikTok?
Absolutely, of course they are.
It's already there. There's 2 challenges.
Everyone's goal is to get shares, likes, and views. So they're going to hop on the newest trend to get it. So everyone's going to try to do the challenge.
Because we going to be savages.
There's a particular dance, right?
Yeah,
there's a remix.
There's a dance to the remix.
Yeah.
There's one from Aaliyah Janelle. That's
who
my
started
girl.
the original, who started the original Savage.
And then there's one from the Nene Twins. So
the Nene Twins seems to be the more popular one for the remix. And I think that's only because they actually hit the words for the songs. I think in the other young lady's one, she did a more structural dance, whereas they actually hit. So it's gonna be good.
Meg picked up the Nene Twins one, but I like Aaliyah's one because it's like I love it. So I'm gonna try and do hers. I'm not gonna embarrass myself and send y'all the video. I can tell you now when I tried it and I did the.
Do they on the next show? Do it live on the next show.
Yes, that's a challenge. You have a week to prepare.
Okay, I got it. I'll do it.
But I'm truly proud of Meg. As an up and coming artist about to release her first album. She hasn't even released her first album, and to have a feature with Beyonce, it's a great thing for her career.
The mixing put out was good. I actually liked it.
Yeah, so I think she's on a great track. Obviously, you can tell that both Jay-Z and Beyonce are backing her in her career. So great things are in store for her. The rap game for the females definitely has been stepped up, and I'm proud of both she and Doja Cat for attaching themselves with great artists in the industry and doing their best to improve and put them.
Are you guys fans of her?
Which
or
one?
Megan?
I am.
Yeah, I liked her.
I love her.
I wasn't the fan, but I did appreciate the fact that she's going after what she wants, as well as she's still in school. A young lady that is that ambitious and still focused on making sure that she gets her degree, that sets her apart from a lot of other people for me. That would makes me admire her.
I love her. I've actually listened to like her mixtapes before this new one, so I think she's really good. I think she's pretty good, and she's on her way to good things. She gives good music.
I've never given her a chance as yet, so maybe I'll listen to more of her music. But I do love her character.
It's a little raw.
I do love her as a person.
Very sexy, but it's fine. It's good.
Well, we have some more new music to expect this week, so hopefully they can liven up this quarantine time. I know our lockdown is starting to wind down. Praise the Lord, hallelujah. So music, I know a lot of artists have been waiting for persons to be able to go out and be able to promote their new songs and different things. So hopefully the new music for the summer is going to be bangers. I know Drake plans on releasing a new album in summer 2020, so a lot of new hits should be coming our way very, very shortly.
Yep.
All right, so just a quick podcast for you all. It's been an awesome Cinco de Mayo. Any particular plans for the rest of the week, guys?
Just to make it flipping through.
Amen. Agreed.
To try to get these 3 pounds I gained off.
Guys, I'll update you guys next week on our other podcast on how my quarantining has been going.
Looking forward to that.
Yes.
Okay. You and your 3 pound strength, what happened? You said you put on 3 pounds. What happened?
Probably 5. I don't know because I'm not stepping on the scale. Because if I do, this house will blow up. I don't see it.
I definitely feel that I have to get back into the dieting aspect of my regime. I've still been consistent with the working out, but cooking for the house has left me just off the track. So trying to regain some sense of normalcy with that and come out of the quarantine smaller than I went into it, essentially.
That's the
Okay.
goal.
All right. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe our videos. Please follow us on The Community. Follow us on Instagram at the.community. We enjoy you tuning in. Please follow us and share us. And have a great week.
Mayo.
Happy Cinco de Mayo, everybody.